no comment. Oh my god, so someone said to me the other day, so they were like, would you say that when you're filming you do a lot of hand gestures? I was like, oh, I don't really think about it. And I watch myself back, I'm doing this and that and this and that. This means this means that. And I was like, yeah, probably. I think it shows passion though more than anything, to be honest.
I agree. Thank you.
There's this fucking YouTuber I watch. I don't know what her name is. She always pops up on my feed. She's so funny, and everything she talks about, she goes like this. I'm like, yeah, that's my sister. That's my inspiration.
She feels it. That's why I love that for it.
I have a question. So, like, as an artist,
yes,
I feel very serious. This is like in my what's that white brother called that does all the interviews? Louis Theroux.
Yeah, I like him.
I love him. I think
really
he's great.
like
Do you like him? Yeah, he's cool.
He's got good vibes.
Yeah, have you seen his podcast?
I've seen clips of it. I haven't watched it, but I've seen clips of it.
He did one with the chicken shop girl.
Seriously?
Yeah,
I fucking love Amelia. Like,
yeah, she's great.
Yeah, she's great.
I actually know someone who is well, I say I know someone. I know someone who is either like a loose mutual who is the who does production for Chicken Shop.
Fucking insane.
Which is really, really cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I meant to be going on her show actually. I was invited, but it was my birthday. But they said they're going to invite me again in the summer, so fingers crossed.
Absolutely, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
She just fucking did Jennifer Lawrence like yesterday or like whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, no, anyway, so as an artist, what was the question someone wrote for me to ask? I'm like conscious of using my hands now. Because you're quite artistic.
Thank you.
With your videos, I'd say. They're quite creative.
Thank you.
Oh, is that, yeah, fuck's sake. Am I right in saying so?
I would like to think that I'm creative. I mean...
I like the one with the, is it Bleed Away?
Yeah, with the
and
heart.
You're like, yeah, and you're like, is it heart or is it brain?
No, the heart.
But you're squeezing it, right?
Yeah, and then I eat it.
Your guy said something to me about how he wants to like have like a video of like loads of like baby zombies.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a bit hard to make happen, though, isn't it? I guess because of.
I mean, it can happen, but I think more than anything, it would be the case of we can't have actual children because that's just way too much of a headache to like get people to sign off and like their kids might, I don't know, like get hurt. Obviously, it's on set.
And do you know enough children as well?
I don't think so either. So that's another thing. But what we could do is we can get enough adult bodies and then take it into Prem, and then Adobe after Adobe.
Alter the faces.
I'm like, help me, it's not Premiere Pro, it is After Effects.
Okay, yeah.
And then you can shrink a person down. So I don't know if you saw my video for, Oversized Shirts. And in Oversized Shirts, if not, I'll show you at some point, but in Oversized Shirts, that's the concept that Luke did. At one point, I'm sitting on the edge of like a record player. So like he filmed the record player like real time, then he filmed me next to that real time, then he shrunk me down so that I'm small in a big world.
Okay, I have.
So we could do it like that, essentially, with adults who don't mind. But I don't know, because he also had like another idea. So like I've got a grunge song that I've been sitting on since 2018. I just don't think the world is ready for it because I'm not ready to release. Like it's so fucking.
That's more the reason why you should release it.
It's so grungy that it even sends me in a trance when I listen to it because it's repetitive as well. So I'm like, okay, so I just haven't known when to release it. But the video idea I wanted for that was like, I don't know, basement gig. Are you into rock music at all?
Minor.
Okay, well, back in the day, there was a band called, what they said is the band called Papa Roach. They sing, cut my life into pieces, this is, no? Okay, fine, not educated, it's alright.
Yeah, carry on.
But yeah, please. So they have this, and when they put that song out, they made a video, and it's like kind of like it's like a stage in the middle, but I feel like the stage idea was kind of like a boxing match ring, so like they're like in the middle of this thing, and there's all people all around them, and I wanted to have an idea like that. But instead of it being like brightly lit, how their video is, and like with loads of like moshes and things, I want it to just be like a stage, dark room, light hanging from the ceiling. And then Luke's addition to it was, what if the audience were like children rockers, like small people?
Yeah, that's wicked. That's cool.
So that's an idea.
See, like, I would love to be in my dream world. I'd be that guy who like does. I don't know if production's the right word, but the guy behind the scenes that comes up with all these ideas. But my brain just, when someone's brain just doesn't think like that.
You ever give it a try, though?
Maybe. Let me know, and then I'll do it for you.
Okay, then we'll do it.
Sorry?
Creative director.
Thank you, creative director. But yeah, anyway, so there's a singer who I really like from America. I don't know if you've heard of her. Her name is Baby Storm. She's like a black alternative pop artist. She's up and coming. She's up and coming. Like, it's...
I feel like I've seen her on Instagram, but I haven't listened to anything
She's
yet.
killing it. She's very, she's well-known, but she's not well-known. Anyway, so she's an independent artist. Now, as you know, when you're an independent artist, you have less money, and everything you have to create is out of your own pocket.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it is. So she did a new song called "The City Is a Graveyard," right?
Okay, sick title.
It's a really good song. What I'll do is I think I'll play it and then we'll just cut it out. But she did a music video in an actual graveyard.
Insane.
So prior to that being filmed, she said, "Guys, what do you think about me filming in an actual graveyard?"
Yeah.
And everyone was like, "Don't do it. Immoral. Don't do it. Like, it's not right." Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the video to you, then we'll cut to after.
Yeah.
So she said before filming, "Guys, I want to film in a graveyard because it just gives more of a better aesthetic, basically.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?" Everyone was like, "No, don't." I don't think I saw any comments that said yes. She was like, "No." They were all like, "No, do not do it." She deleted the video, then proceeded to do it anyway.
I'm happy she did it.
So this is the argument. So apparently she was saying, and I didn't know this before because initially I was like, that's a bit of an error, that's a bit weird. But then she was saying how majority of film sets and actual places do use actual graveyards.
Yeah.
Right? Because I think she said to hire the place was $150 per hour or something, which is like piss. No, sorry. I say like I can afford that. This is £100 a month. But yeah, for her, like piss. Whereas like to actually build a whole set would be thousands per hour. And that was like $400 for free. So it makes sense. But then I was like, okay, that's a bit weird. But then after she said, well, no, actually, because every Marvel film you've ever watched with a graveyard.
Yep.
Even Stranger Things, that was an actual graveyard.
Yeah.
You know the bit where like Max is being like summoned and like she's like right.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, she's being like, or like taken by.
Yeah.
What was it, Vecna? What's his name, Vecna?
Vecna,
Yeah.
So what's your take? Do you think that? I don't know. Do you think that's like a way that we're like that? Because I can only see it from one point of view because I'm not an artist, right? It's not my environment. It's not something that I'm going to be doing. But do you subscribe to what she's doing?
Oh, 100%. I would say the issue that people might have is an issue that I think I found when I did Bleed Away. So loads of people come up to me and I was like, oh, this seems like really like out there. This is like cult vibes. Like this is like worshipping the devil. And I was like, well, if you watch the video, it's actually worshipping aliens. It's worshipping anything at all. But I think the issue that people have when it comes like this is the controversy is so much depending on where you're going to shoot. So for her, because she shot in the graveyard, I think people look at it as being disrespectful in the location she's chosen.
I think it is if you dance, because I think it would be if you dance directly onto graves.
Yeah, but I mean, for me personally, I'd think that art is...
Do you not think? Like, if there's like a clear bit of grass and space, I wouldn't custom them for that. But if your grandmother's grave is literally there and you're dancing in front of it,
it also begs the question: the graveyard is willing to let people hire it.
yeah.
So does that mean that they are actually delivering fresh bodies into the graveyard, or has it not had someone buried there in a while and they just use it for location stuff?
I don't know. I mean,
when I interview her one day, I'll ask her the question.
Don't put your loved ones into a graveyard with this up on.
I can't
really imagine anyone filming a music video of the Coney Hill one.
I hear it, bro.
But hey,
but I mean, I don't know. I think as an artist, though, I think that sometimes
rappers, maybe you never know.
I think sometimes people try and tell you what they want you to do, but that's basically the idea of them that they've created of you in their head, and that doesn't necessarily mean that's you as the artist. So I think for her, she had the idea, she put it to her fans. Obviously, you want your fans' feedback, you want to do what they want you to do, but there also has to be a barrier where you still know that if no one else likes this and I fucking like this, I'm still going to do that anyway, like regardless of what it is. And I think with her, weirdly enough, this comes into what my mum was talking about with me, like literally last night. My mum like put up like something, she's a graphic designer, and she put up something that was disruptive branding, and I didn't really know what that was until like she was like, okay, go and research it. So I've researched it this morning, and disruptive branding is, I guess in a way, like what Stormy's done. Is it Stormy?
Baby Storm.
Yeah, what Baby Storm's done. It's where you just shock people. You just do something really, really creative and out of the box, something where people don't think that you would have done that, and then you do that anyway.
And it's going to be remembered.
Yeah, it's memorable. Hate me or love me.
I'm personally, now that I understand that everyone seems to do it, which I didn't realise before, I'm for it. As long as you're not dancing directly onto people's graves.
You can do things tastefully, and I think I get that. Like that part might have been a bit, actually, no, not even like definitely too much. Yeah, even for me, and like I'm like, no, whatever you want to do in life, but don't do that. It's just disrespectful. Like say it's someone's nan. But if it wasn't, and like you said as well, it was just hired out, and it's just not being used. It's really old grey, so it's just like tombstones and things. Then why not just use it for creativity? And it probably helps out the people who own the churchyard too. I imagine if the graveyard's for hire, it's because they need the money. No. like it's doing a service. You know what I mean? Like you're giving back to the to the
To be fair,
community.
I feel like I'd be quite happy for people to film in my graveyard.
Yeah, you can stand on mine too if you want to. That's me me personally. Like, not everybody's nan. But
Do you want to get
me.
buried though?
No.
I don't. I think it's a waste of land. Like it's just too much. Do you know what I mean? And like they take up so much space. I went to the grave. Depressingly enough, went to the graveyard not too long. Obviously, like not just for shits and gigs. Like last week, and like some people have like proper benches. I'd feel so guilty taking, and benches are so expensive as well. My dad always says to me, "Just put me in the ground, or don't even do that. Just burn me."
Where?
Don't know.
Just in the
We haven't really had that conversation. He was just burn me.
Just get a bonfire at the back. Just fucking.
I hear it though because it takes up so much space. I want like my
crematoriums exist, by the way.
yeah, but like
it costs money.
but even still though, they have like a little plaque somewhere, don't they? Do they not?
What?
I don't.
Crematorium?
Yeah, I swear they do. Can you not have? Because you have it where like you have like an actual. This is so morbid. You have it where like there's an actual like tombstone, and then you can have those ones where it's literally like the size of like a rectangle, and it'll have their name, but quite clearly their body isn't underneath there.
Yeah, so I thought with those ones, it's the fact those ones are those things, isn't it? Like where it's just like a place where you can go and like remember them. It's like somebody in the family would have the ashes and the urn, but they've made that like little square so that other people can go and pay their respects.
That's what I thought. That's what I'm saying.
Or at least I'm assuming so.
But even still, I just don't want to take up more ground than needs be.
No, I want to do a bio urn. If I can't do like a Viking like type of like burial, like you know, like when they fucking like get you like in the little canoe boat or whatever, and they push you out into the ocean, and like your like brother or somebody gets the arrow and then like shoots you, and you go up in flames in style. If I can't do that and go to Valhalla, then obviously I think I'll do like a bio urn because I love trees. It helps the environment, and then I get to feed back the earth that fed me once. So I don't know.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it anyway.
Yeah. I haven't really thought about it that much, to be fair.
Okay.
I just thought.
Think about death all the time, me. Like that's just what it is. Like I'm that kind of guy.
I'm actually going to a psychic. So this guy's meant to be really cool. His name is. Actually, I'm not going to say his name. His name's something, and like he's really cool. So like you're not allowed to give your name. So you'll ring up. So I rang him the other day, and I was like, "Hi." He was like, "Oh, how are you?" I was like, "I'd like to book in." He was like, "I'm busy till August." I was like, "Okay, when's your next availability?" It was really specific. He was like, "Oh, this time in August in the evening." I was like, "Okay, cool." It was all right. See you there. He was like, "Just ring me to let me know if you can't have it." So this guy apparently he'll like read your palms, and at the very end he'll like try and communicate with the dead. And I thought, because I don't really believe in spirits and stuff. Well, I do now because I know like 4 people that have gone who have got them, and they've all said they were literally blown away. So like this one guy who I know went, and the guy was, "Oh, someone's here to talk to you," and the guy who I know was like, "Okay, who is it?" Started spelling Gran, and the guy I know was like, "That's not good enough because anyone could do that." And then the guy spelt her name.
Seriously, that's really cool.
So I'm going in August.
I mean, I'm a believer.
I am now. I've had like 4 people tell me different stories from the same person.
I think it depends. Like, obviously not everyone's legit. Like, these mystic Megs and these like psychic Sallys, I don't believe in them. But like, I think sometimes you feel it as well as a connection, don't you? Like when you meet him.
I feel like sometimes I have people's energy that's passed.
Yeah.
Sometimes. But I don't know if that's just me being like hopeful. But
I don't know, man. I think if you feel it, you feel it. We're all made of energy, aren't we? And it has to go somewhere, and energy can't really just be gone. So I guess we expel as energy into the universe, or at least...
This is why I think sometimes it must be quite nice to be religious.
Yeah, I actually get that sentiment.
Because then like, you've got comfort, you know?
But that's what religion is in its form, isn't it? It's just comfort. As a collective comfort, and that's nice. But I mean, for me, I seek my comfort as a collective with the universe and the stars. And for somebody else, what I might look at the stars and be like, okay, this is what I'm following. Theirs is called God, or whatever it is called, I think. I don't know. Religion's an interesting one for me, but it is a safety blanket in a way.
I think we need to move on. This is quite depressing.
Can you start with the graveyard?
God forbid. Should have been the end, really. 2 rums in.
That's why it's good for me. Got these cameras and just
start getting
fucking...
tearful in that. You know what I mean?
Do you know what, right? I would love to be that person. You know those people that, like... Do you watch Stephen Bartlett's podcast? Your sister really likes him. Do you watch Stephen Bartlett's podcast?
No.
He always seems to make people cry.
What do you mean?
I like the most random people. It's more like an interview. It's not like a podcast. Like
it's like it gets deep and then...
Yeah. But like he always makes people cry. Like from like Jack Whitehall to what's that really funny American guy called? Seth Rogen, like all type Lucy
Wait,
Hale.
they be crying.
Yeah, it's honestly, his podcast is incredible because everyone just seems to cry on it.
I mean, do you know, he must have like a way though to get people to like really like open up to themselves, and that is a good quality though as an interview, especially.
I don't know if I want to make people cry though.
I think it's maybe less about making them cry, making them feel so comfortable in your presence that they're able to actually really be real with you.
Yeah.
And that's something that most people don't do in the industry. Or at least I don't think anyway. We've all got our personas, haven't we? And we put up our own walls because we want you to like us in the way that we want you to like us for the most part. And then sometimes you'll meet people and then you just, I know you're real, aren't you?
And this is the thing, like honestly, like ever since I've like, I don't really want to call myself like, I don't know how I'd word it. Ever since I've been like more like involved in like the entertainment sector, I've realised a lot of people are really fake.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people who are like the funniest, kindest person online, you meet in person, you think, oh really? Like I remember. Okay. I'm not going to give a name, obviously, in case I ever have to be in a room with them again. But I remember I met this podcaster at this event this year, and I was so excited to meet them. So excited, like, and I had no idea they were there. So obviously, I kind of get it because it must have come across quite annoying because I literally went into like fangirl mode because I was so excited to meet them. So I was like, "Oh hi, my name's Jord. Really nice to meet you." And they were like, "Okay." I thought, Jesus, just
That's
punch
not nice
me.
though.
Just punch me. And I was saying it to my friend afterwards. And they were like, "Nah, there's loads of cool people here. Do not let one person put you down because they weren't polite." And everyone else I met that evening was lovely. So
I know,
I'm definitely more cautious now, though. They can come to me. You're from TikTok, I know you.
I know who you are.
You stand up for black women, I know you.
Which you do, and I love that about you
Yeah,
too.
of course. Black women are powerful.
100%.
Anyway, right, so how long's it been since your event?
We had the event in
Was it
March. And we are in... Oh, it's 1st of July today, isn't it?
Okay, been a minute.
So...
How do you feel?
Honestly, I think I'm still kind of in shock because I really didn't think I was going to do it. I mean, I never thought I'd do the EP either. I mean, I don't think I do a lot of things in reality. And then one day I do them, I'm like, oh shit, mate, you
Main
did that.
character
Like,
syndrome.
is that what it is?
I'd say so.
I live...
Like disbelief, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, like, I mean, for me, I live in the third party. Do you know what's so weird? Okay, it's like that side subset. You know, you want to cut it out, I don't know. But I'm just going to tell you anyway. So, obviously, you know that I've got ASD. And so, I am always still learning new things about this, new things about myself. And I sometimes fall into this category where I believe it's only me in the world, which is stupid because it's not only me in the world who feels this way or does, like, certain things. But I just have a lot of feelings and they're mine. But apparently, like, people on the spectrum of ADHD or autism, we do a thing where we kind of live in third person mode, if that makes sense. So, for example, if me and you were having an argument as a couple, typically emotions would be high in this moment.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a person that's like neurotypical, then the way that you would respond is you're going to continue and you'll get more irate and more irate. As a neurodiverse person, what we tend to do is we tend to literally pause what's happening in our head, this whole situation, step behind the scenes if we were on like a stage, like Imagine we're on a stage now doing a play, okay, like, but we're doing a couple. I need you to understand with me.
Yeah, go on.
So we will pause this whole scene that is taking place, which is the argument that me and you are happening.
Right.
We would then essentially imagine we're like going off screen now, and I'm like pulling you as well with me, and I want you to be on my level where I'm saying to you, can we come to like a reasonable agreement? Like, look at what we're doing. We're not getting anywhere. This isn't. I don't know, this back and forth isn't working. How is it that we're able to resolve the resolution? And I think for most people, when that happens, I would make you more angry because you'll think now that I'm being dismissive to the whole situation at hand. What I'm really doing is I've tried to look at it from an objective point of view. I've taken myself and yourself out of it emotionally, and I've tried to make it logical so we can just stop arguing or stop having this issue.
How does that usually end?
Oh, I'm an arsehole and I have no feelings and like I'm emotionally damaged. But yeah, people don't get it. I think so. It's just a hate crime, mate. Like, I don't know at this stage. But yeah, I live in the third person a hell of a lot. But I think it's because sometimes I dissociate too. So with me and my music and like with the art that I do, I kind of count myself out of the game for even started playing, which is not a good thing to do. And one thing that I don't like about myself is I'm a hypocrite. I will constantly, like, I'll say to you, I'll be like, nah, George, like, push yourself, like, do the most that you can do, like, always put your stuff out here and blah, blah. And I mean it to my absolute core for everybody but me.
Yeah, same.
And that's so weird.
Same.
What is that?
Main character syndrome.
Okay, then.
Same, yeah.
Fucking, yeah, that's that.
Ain't it, imposter syndrome?
Oh, sorry, imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
That's what you mean, isn't it?
Because main character syndrome is when you wake up every day and you're like a movie, isn't it? And you're like the main character of your own life.
Yeah.
Do you
main
have
character syndrome is like the opposite?
Can you define main character syndrome?
I think main character syndrome is just like that some sort of inner confidence that you have, that you're just like, yeah, like I'm just doing my thing.
Oh, so
I'm
you're
that guy.
I'm the boss of my life.
Oh, so you're bigging yourself up, right? Okay,
yeah,
no,
whereas
okay.
imposter syndrome's like you second guess yourself. Oh, should I? Like, am I good enough to be doing this?
For anyone who doesn't have
whatever.
the vision and is listening to audio, I'm so sorry. I did not mean main character. I meant imposter. Imposter?
Imposter.
Imposter. I'm so sorry. Let's move.
But yeah.
Okay, cool. But the point I was trying to make was, I had a great time. I'm so proud of you. And I'm like, I am that person who will literally like support my friends as long as you're talented. If you're not, I'm sorry.
As long as you're talented.
If you're not, I can't help you.
I feel that,
but
would
like,
be real.
But like, do you know what I mean? If I have friends that are talented, I will literally push you to the core. Honestly, like, I'm quite fortunate. I have a lot of friends that are really talented that have been able to sit with us at the table. So that being like yourself, Roz, Taron, Xavier, hopefully Kirsch, but I'm working on it. Do you know what I mean? Though? And I'm so like knowing you personally, professionally. I'm really excited to see the spaces, man. And I just want you to remember that when you do hear off and you get all these like interviews, be like, no, Jord first.
Always. Like,
I've made this very clear to everyone, and everyone like.
Oh yeah, obviously. Like one thing I really like about you though, from like meeting you, is the fact that you really are a supporter. Like, that's one thing I've noticed about you over the years, and I feel like through that, I say years, it has been like at least 2 years now. Yeah.
We met
2 years ago, Pride.
Do you know my concept of time is really bad?
Tell me about it. Like,
because
it wasn't last year's Pride you went to in Birmingham, was it? It was the year before.
Yeah, 2021. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it's been like 2 years then now.
Yeah.
And obviously, like from meeting you over these years, I've just like I feel like I've got a good gist on your character, and I think you're a good person. I'll vouch for you to anybody. Like I genuinely think you're a lovely guy. But one thing that you're really good at is pushing. I think people that you care about. Like I don't know how you deal with other people, but at least for me personally, like for example, I was making the EP. Honestly, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have an EP, and I swear down, I'll tell everybody this. If it was not for you,
you did say this at your show. To be fair,
because I mean it 100%. George.
I just feel like if I have a friend that's talented and has things to share, why would I not be asking you actually what's good? So Chris's dad actually sends me his songs because we were at a party and I was saying how much I like his music. So now Chris's dad will message me. Mike, his name is. Oh yeah, Mr. Price. And now he'll literally like send me the songs. Oh hey, have you seen this? Like,
that's really cute.
Yeah, he's cute.
I think you need support, don't you? And I think that's
you
one
do.
thing that is.
Because if you don't have your support from your friends, who else is going to support you? You've got to have initial support from someone. And it's hard to get initial support from strangers. I think so.
I think so. I think yes and no.
Music's I was
going to say
maybe music's different. For me, it definitely is.
With me and how I feel like it's worked is strangers support me much more than my friends or family do. And that's why even for you, I still get so shocked that you support me as much as you do. Like, I'm actually still in awe of the fact that you do this because I feel like I can still count on two hands all the people in all these years of me doing music that realistically would really ride for me or like would fucking have had something to do, go back like an hour journey and then get in the car and drive somewhere else.
It was a very long day, but we're not going to think about it.
But this is what, like, you're an amazing guy, do you know what I mean? Not lots of people do that. Like, I've even got like, I mean, don't want to say
where were your friends in Birmingham? Was there a few of them that were absent? Obviously, no names.
I mean, yeah, definitely was a few people that were absent, but I also am very non-committal as a person, so I don't know. As much as I would really love a person to do something for me or be there for me, I'd never let you know that, and I'll never put any pressure on you to do that either. Maybe. But
I feel like if your friends know you well enough, they should be like pull through.
But I think, but then that's what things it's my fault because I'm an I'm fine kind of person, so I kind of also let people not feel like they have to be so attached to me in a way that makes it that if they have to cancel, I'm going to kick off about it or I'm going to make an issue about it.
No, you're a bad person to me.
I don't say anything, but I don't get wrong, like it hurts my feelings, and I have a lot of feelings, but sometimes I don't know how to display them to people, and then I don't want to be too much, so I'm either or.
Yeah.
And so I think with you, you're really, really nice, the fact that you've even given me a thing that made me think, do you know, it's really nice when your friends like support, because I was like, Luke supports me, but he's my videographer as well, so like we do this.
He's on the payroll.
Yeah, like we do all this shit together, so that's like really nice, and I've got like people around who do, but I think as a whole, I can't really say that I have people that I'm like, yeah, okay, you really ride for my music.
And you know, when you're like internationally known, they'll regret that. But
I always say it's not
I'll be
just
here
like...
in the VIP lounge.
No, I actually.
And the pedestrians outside. Oh, remember us? No, sorry.
I told you when we get like royalties, I'll get you cars, and I'll just like saying send the car for you.
I'll be in that new studio that she's been going on about. Sounds lovely.
That's what it is.
Have you got any new music coming out then? Because the EP came out. Did it come out this year?
Yeah, it came out this year in January.
Do you know I don't know about you. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older and I'm busier. My concept of time is so bad. Like,
I think that's okay.
I refer to things and be like, oh, a week ago. No, George, you mean 2 months ago?
That's literally me. And this is why I'm a bad replier. And you know I'm a bad replier, but it's not on purpose. It's really because
it's
my
your
brain...
worst trait. But then even your bad replies aren't bad replies, to be fair.
Do you not think?
I'll move on to it later, but no, not really.
I mean, I try hard for you, though, because I was like, because you made the point of it, now I make the point of it to actually, like, fucking, okay, 2-3 days tops. Whereas before, it could have been, like, a week, yeah, like, maybe 2. Because I am bad, but the same as you, I don't focus on linear time, and I literally live in the flow of consciousness, and for me, that just means, as I am is as I do. Do you know what I mean? Does that make any sense? Like, when I get there, I do get there. Yeah.
But sorry, my question to you was, have you got any music coming out soon?
I do have music coming out soon. So actually, I'm shooting. What day am I on Saturday? I'm shooting on Monday with Luke. So
what's the song? Is it already been released?
It has not been released
okay,
yet. No.
Cool.
So we've got a new song. I'll show you some of it actually after if you want.
Yeah, please.
So we're going to do that. The video again. So that the videos I want to move into as well. They're kind of like I do want to do shock factor. So even the fact that you showed me that other artist, I'm really all for it because I think moving forward over this next year or two, I'm gonna do so many things that people just keep like, "Are you all right?" And I'm gonna be like, "Yeah." Because I am alright. Like, if you don't think I am, then that's alright. But I'm fine, mate.
Yeah.
So the next one's going to be a bit more of like a shock value kind of thing. But for me, I've got loads of music. I've probably got like about 15 months worth of music. Will I probably release any of them? Maybe 3. Because my issue is I listen to my songs for so long that I end up really just hating them because...
Every artist that I'm friends with says the exact same thing.
It's a big, big issue.
Yeah.
It's like you've worked on it for so long and like you thought it was really good in the beginning.
And then it's just kind of like waiting there in your little...
archive or like whatever it is, and then you just don't release it. And so I think with me, I have to re-fall in love with my music again. So I'll make something, it might be like half finished or like really nearly finished, and then one day I just hate it, so I'll start something else. And then that's happened over like the past like 6 years I'm doing it. So I've got quite a big stack of tunes that I think would never be released. But
then people do release like late stuff quite often, I think. It's quite a thing. Right, fun fact. So you know that Lana song you sang at your show?
Yeah.
That is I've never heard that song before.
No.
Like never.
Yeah,
like never. Because it got released quite recently actually, didn't it?
Yeah, everyone was like, please. Like, yeah.
But I've never heard that song, and I'm like a proper like Lana Del Rey stan.
It was only on YouTube up until recently.
Right, okay.
So it was one of her unreleased songs, but she's got so much unreleased music because she's another one who counts herself out all the time, won't release tunes. Some of her unreleased songs have been her best songs when she finally releases them. So
yeah,
I'm like, Lana, just believe in yourself, mate.
We'll move on to her later. Right, okay. So how long has it been? I think it's been I feel like it's been just over a year.
Since I was here last
time.
time.
Because it would have been Pride Month.
Yeah, I was here in June last time.
Okay,
we just got out of June.
Yeah. Okay, right. So we've got a new segment. It's called Side to Side.
Okay.
Big up Darius. So Darius came up with the name. So basically, obviously, because it's the winning side, we give you like 2 options, if you will. Then you pick one or the other, and we give our reasons why.
Okay.
The first one I feel like I've already done, but I really can't remember because someone wrote this for me. Oh yeah, I have a friend that writes the questions now because
I love that.
They want to be involved. Big up my friend.
Personal assistant.
This is it. Right, okay. I really feel like this one's been... You can join in as well, Chris, if you want. I feel like this one's been done, but I really can't remember. Okay, side to side. Netflix or Disney Plus?
Oh, that's actually a hard one because... they're both terrible. No, I've got both of them. I don't know, fucking...
So I feel like the idea of Disney Plus is really good, but there just really isn't much that I use.
But Netflix got nothing either.
Do you know what? I'll even show you my $7.99 literally came out for it this morning.
Doesn't that irritate you? Because you've never watched it in the whole month that you've been paying for it?
Literally, I haven't used it for like 7 months, but I know for a fact as soon as I cancel it, I'll be oh, Brother Bear!
No, that is the problem. I'm like, oh, Mulan. Like, fucking, it really gets deep. For variety, I would say, for adult variety, I would say Netflix.
But then Disney Plus are getting quite good though, because they've bought the rights to a lot of random channels.
Yeah, random ones though. Go on there recently, because I was watching Solar Opposites like literally last night, because I thought to myself, I'm paying for this, let me see what it's all about. So I went on Disney Plus. I like the aesthetic though, I will go with that aesthetic. It feels really calm. Netflix sometimes feels like really harsh. But then I think Netflix's aesthetic was made for like movie nights in with like movie nights in, and then that's made for like family days out. Like, does that
I do feel like Netflix are really killing it at the moment with the originals.
Some of them.
But when I say currently, like not like right here, right now, but like once a year, there's usually an original that comes on. Fucking slaps.
Yeah.
But I do really like That's So Raven, to be fair. So I would be quite upset if not that I fucking watch it, but like hypothetically, what are you saying?
I don't really use either of them, but I do have a Netflix account, so
So
I have to say Netflix. But they just took one of my favourite shows off of there.
What was the favourite show?
People Just Do Nothing.
What's it about?
It's about like neither of you guys seen it.
Somebody keeps watching People Just Do Enough because those two like weirdos and like the camera angle's like really like weird and like the geezer. It is
It's
like I don't know how
about a pirate radio station.
Right.
It's just about these dudes that love like garage music, and they run like a pirate radio station. But like they actually play shows, and like they play festivals and all sorts. Corrupt FM.
Oh, right.
That's the Corrupt FM TV. That's the TV show that Corrupt FM is from.
That's cool.
So when you see Corrupt FM around, the TV show is actually what made them famous. But
I didn't know that. I thought the show was made afterwards.
Which is why it's authentic, because you can tell they come from.
I thought the show was made. I know they have this show, but I thought the show was made afterwards.
No, they were. The show was what blew them up. Yeah,
oh, that's cool.
But they just took it off Netflix.
Yeah,
and
there's nothing worse.
They've got a movie though.
Okay.
And the movie's now on Netflix.
Would you recommend the movie?
Yeah, it's quite jokes. They go to Japan.
There's nothing worse than when Netflix removes like something really good.
Yeah, like Vampire Diaries, like make him put it back. Like
and like when they've got like, there's some of the things on Netflix. Do you know what broke my heart? When they got rid of all 4 Shreks, I was so fucking
because
upset.
nobody told them to do that, like at all, for like no reason. Then they wonder when no one wants to pay, and we all share fucking screens, mate. Sorry, I'm really passionate about Shrek. Apparently,
it's my mum's favourite film.
I'm just like, there's no need Netflix, but they do that thing like where they are actually trying out that crackdown.
It won't work.
No,
because
definitely
like, even if it's just for one screen, what happens when you go away and go on holiday, or you're on like a bus or like on the train or something? It's not gonna. The longevity is fucking stupid. It's not gonna work.
They're just doing like scaremonger tactics.
Okay, so Pride or Carnival?
I've never been to Carnival.
Do you know, neither have I.
So I'm going to have to say Pride.
Yeah, neither have I, but I feel like I'd really love it.
Yeah, I think this every year, and then somehow I just don't go. I don't know. Like, I really mean to, and then I just never.
See, I really want to go this year.
Should we go this? Like,
if I move to Reading by then, I definitely will.
Because my cousins were saying this, like literally like 2 weeks ago. Should we go? But we always say this.
It just looks a bit ratchet for me. Like, did you see last year where they were like fucking pushing bus stops off the road to like the ground and shit? And I would literally go into full panic. My mate said to me, he was like, apparently, like he was like, go on the family day. The family day is really chill. I was like, why would I go on the family day? Fuck that. I want to go on like the day with like, all the sexy black men.
Even family day ain't that chill.
Really? Have you been?
Yeah, I've been a few times. Last year I went to the family day.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't that chill.
What
It was the first one after COVID.
What happened to not make it chill?
People still skidding out in front of their kids, is that why?
It was just
People don't
it just
care,
felt like
they?
it did on the non-family day. Like it wasn't that different.
They were skidding out in front of their kids.
But apparently the day afterwards it was like even worse. Like there was like crushes of people and stuff like that. It is a bit intense.
That's the thing that scares me the most, is the fact that like I feel like every year something bad goes down as well, and I just can't be.
Do people die every year?
Not necessarily die, but
people
like,
get stabbed every year.
They have like some sort of altercation. My cousins.
I think a lot of the time these things happen to people who are involved in certain things.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But I think
if you're a random pedestrian and you're just enjoying Carnival,
you could just be really unlucky.
Like
no, that's what I mean. Like,
I'm quite an unlucky person.
Just wrong place, wrong time sometimes.
This
and then
is it.
I'm the type of person where I just want myself in any situation. Like if that's the case.
I'm just really naive to the fact that anything bad can happen to me. Like when people are like, oh, it could be you. No, it fucking couldn't. It could be.
I love that.
It could be you, but it couldn't be me.
That's my 2023. It could be you, mate, but it could never be me. Yeah, that's my energy now.
That's my favourite phrase at work, because I refuse to work Saturdays. I just hate working Saturdays. And I will say to them, because the majority of my friends work Saturdays, but I just opted out.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, what are you doing tomorrow? Oh, just chilling. What are you doing? Working? Oh, couldn't be me.
Never.
Okay, I'm going to say Pride then.
Definitely.
I'm going to Brighton this year.
But I'm also gay in it, so like I just want to be with the gays around. Like that's just a good big factor.
I get that, but I'm black, so I also want to be with like my people. Because Carnival's Caribbean, right? It's not African.
It is Caribbean,
yeah.
Yeah, don't quote me this, but didn't Carnival start in Trinidad? Or at least the Carnival as the way that we do it today, like in like
it's
with
definitely
the women who wear the thingies and do
definitely
the
heavily Caribbean themed.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I'm going to Brighton Pride, which I'm really excited for. Black Eyed Peas are headlining. See, I would never pay to see. Well, technically, I am paying to see them, but like
they're just like a byproduct of what the ticket that you've already bought. But if you like them, then they're good.
I think it'll be good fun, good crack.
They're not bad. I just
Yeah. Okay, Pride it is. I don't write these.
Okay. Okay. Fair warning.
Dating inside your race or outside your race?
I will date wherever I find beauty, because I think, why should I deny myself of beautiful things? And if beauty is found in all races, then I'll migrate through the races, if that's
Do you
the
fancy
case.
everyone?
For the most part, well, no, I'm really picky. I don't fancy
Okay,
everybody,
fancy
but I
everyone.
fancy everyone in the. I don't have a specific race that I fancy more than another race. I just, if I find you attractive as a person, I don't care what your race is. Then past there, yeah, I think that's the thing. It only gets like techie if you're gonna actually like go out with them, and then it's culture wise. It's never race. Sometimes the cultures clash, but that's a different conversation.
Yeah. Well, I've got a friend who is Caribbean, and he can't date. He won't date African girls.
I don't understand that whole thing. Like that
because of culture.
Oh, because of culture.
Because of culture. He's never really explained it to me. To be fair,
But the culture's quite similar. No, like they actually are.
I honestly couldn't tell you. I've never dated an African.
You have to ask him.
Or
like,
a
I'm
Caribbean,
interested now. Like I need to know.
Let me find out.
I've seen some videos recently about like the similarities. Obviously, the similarities have to be somewhat obvious because of history, but the similarities between Jamaica and Ghana, even in the dialect,
I thought
and the
it was,
fact that there's even certain parts of Jamaica where they speak Twi.
It's because that's what we. I mean,
I
if you want to
thought
get deep, that's where the colonisers kind of took that part
Yeah,
of.
exactly. Yeah,
I thought it was Jamaica and Nigeria. Because people always say they're similar, don't they?
It's that half of Africa, like you know how Africa's like split into. Well, I say that half. Like actually, in my head, Africa's split into like quarters. Yeah, so like there's like 1/4 of Africa that, as Caribbean people, our descendants would have came from.
Yeah,
mainly West Africa.
Yeah, and so that's over that side, and that's why like I don't know, like it's interesting though. Yeah, like in ethnic culture, how I was speaking about this the other day. In all ethnic cultures, like for example, like in Jamaican culture, we make like a version of what Asians might call palau rice, and what maybe like I don't know, Southeast Asians, or like is it Southeast? When we go to China and things, they might call it like fried rice, and then we call it like seasoned rice. But I think it's really interesting when you look through all the cultures, how we all have like very similar type of things. If we stop looking for differences, we can see how similar we are. Like we have like curry chicken, then Asians have chicken curry. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just an interesting thing.
And to be honest, we're all copycats. Like we've all like
nothing's original anymore at this point.
We've all
Think
pinched
about,
ideas
like,
from each
bread.
other.
For example, every country has like their own versions of bread. Like
Literally.
different,
Do
like,
we
you know,
know-
like different flatbreads. Like
Yeah.
you've got naan bread a certain place, and it's kind of similar to like bread they might have in the Middle East somewhere, or that bread might be similar to what they have in Greece. Like
100%.
yeah,
There's just no authenticity, basically, is what we're saying.
Italians and pasta beefing with the Chinese about who made like noodles versus pasta.
Here's a question.
They're different though.
Here's a
They are,
question.
but they're
So,
almost the same. Do you know what I mean?
do you know where mac and cheese originates from?
I thought it was down south by the bayous.
Well, someone told me it was Caribbean, but I don't think that's true.
I thought it was soul food, but then on the flip side, it also could be. Because, I mean, in every Caribbean country, we all have a mac and cheese. Like, we always do mac and cheese in all the Caribbean countries. We
Well,
don't do it in Africa, typically.
Yeah.
And they do it down south in, like, Louisiana and them places, don't they? Like, soul food. But
There's a really good Jamaican place in Camden. Does really good mac and
Is
cheese. Really.
I fucking love mac. I make a mean mac and cheese. I can't.
So I can, and I've never really enjoyed mac and cheese, but this mac and cheese was really, really good.
Oh.
Like to the point that I was like, because I could just see, I just saw it on a picture, and this is what the guy means about the gestures. I literally could see it on a picture, and it just looked so good. I was like, oh my god, I need the mac and cheese. Okay, so to conclude, you basically said neither. Yeah.
Wait, what was the
Yeah.
question now? sorry, what was the original question?
Dating in your
Dating
race, wasn't
inside
it?
or outside?
Oh, no, I don't. Yeah,
Okay,
neither.
so you hate everyone. Cool.
Yeah, I do. Collectively.
I do fancy everyone to be fair. I'm a bit of a slag. Well, no, sorry, I want to be a slag, but I can't be a slag because I live in the fucking, I don't know where I live.
House.
Trenches.
From fun for the streets. That's it.
I like the idea of racial comfort.
I get that.
I like dating someone who has the same culture as me. I'm very conscious that people of colour are fetishized.
Fetishized. Fetishized.
Thank you.
That's just like-
A lot.
No, you guys are saying I can't say it. You've been
that
too-
word, insert word here. Yeah.
I'm gonna do like a little tab and like a little text.
Do some
box,
fucking subtitles
like,
for
like a star. maybe a little definition. That's always in the back of my head, which I think is quite sad, really. And I've only become
Yeah,
conscious of it because my friends used to teach me about it. White friends, actually. I've got a really close white friend who used to be like, "Oh, pride is so." How did he word it? He'd be like, "Oh, pride is so racist." And I used to get quite annoyed when he'd say it. But then when you look into it,
and the history of it, when you look at. But then if you look at the whole country as a whole, like, everything is built on the back of race and realistically in this Western world that we have. And from there, once we get with that and we really let it sink in, we can start having real conversations. But if we don't let that sink in first and just accept that it's all built off racism, how can we have a real conversation? Everyone's chatting shit in the end if you're not really going to, like, first of all, make that the point, do you know what I mean? But, like, let's not get political.
Yeah.
So I can do that for hours.
That was last week. I miss you, Cairo. He hates me. Did you ever... Actually, I'll ask you after. Okay, spontaneous plans or pre-planned plans?
Oh, neither. That's not... Oh, I don't
really? No, go on, pick one.
Okay, I don't... It's really hard to get me to make a plan. So, in theory, like, okay, for my own life, I like to plan the things that I'm doing. If you wanted to plan with me to do something... I hate that, because every time I say yes, I actually mean no at the exact same time, and it's weird. So, but if you said to me...
So when I said to you, Strings, do you want to come on the show? And you were like, yeah.
No, I wanted to come. I didn't want to come to London, so there's always like a thing for a thing, if that makes any sense.
I can't argue with that.
Like, that was what it is. But, like, so if you rang me up, like, today, and we weren't doing this, and you're just like, oh, Strings, there's something to do, like, are you about? Then I will come, if that makes any sense.
That's spontaneous.
But I don't know... I don't like it, but I'm more likely to just go for it. If you give me a plan, I have so much more time to be like, no, the weather's all, like, fucked up in my mental chakras, and do you know what I mean? Like,
I get it, but I feel like... Because things just seem to go wrong so often with my friends, because I am friends with monkeys, my friends have the worst organisation skills of anyone I know, and it's we're all very much like, let's do something, and everyone's just waiting for everyone else to do something. So, like, we went to... Where did we go? We went somewhere, right? And I was like, okay, well, who's booking it? We're waiting for you, Jord.
You're the guy.
I'm the guy. So, yeah, I'm the guy. I don't know where I was going with that, but I'm the guy. Which is annoying, because I'd love for someone to take control. But, actually, do you know what? I'll plan it instead. I'll book it. But no, it's always, oh no, well, we just assumed you'd do it, Jord. And my friends don't drive, which makes it even worse.
You're the only driver.
Sorry?
You're the only driver of your group of friends.
Well, I have a friend who drives but complains, and I have a friend that shares a car with her boyfriend, so that's very hit and miss whether the car's available. So then obviously I'm like, okay, well, how are we getting there, guys?
Yeah.
How are we getting there?
You?
Check the bus times? No, I am a passenger princess.
Me too. Or at least I have been for long, but I need to get a licence on it.
That's for another day. I feel like if we would go into that, we'll be talking for like another, like... Yeah.
Yeah.
So what... Can you pick one, spontaneous or pre-planned? If you have to be pushed.
If I have to be pushed, I'd say catch me spontaneously, because the answer's more like a yes then.
Gives you less time to think about it as well.
It does.
I just really... In a hypothetical world where my friends are all as organised as I am apparently, I would love to have pre-planned plans, because then I can, like, jot it in. Because I'm that person who, like, I really enjoy planning time to do nothing.
Yeah,
like next weekend, no one can chat to me.
100%.
I made that very clear. I said to my parents, I was like, even in the house, don't speak to me. The doors are locked. The cupboard is literally secure for me and my dinner, my whatnot, my lunch, and I don't speak.
Planned out like that.
Hey?
You won't planned out like that, like even your food, like.
No, to the point that like I'm going downstairs to have some food and take it out of the cupboard.
Okay.
And then I'm going upstairs and locking my stuff away, and no one can talk to me.
I mean, that's fair. You got to plan some me time. Do you know what I mean?
You have, and I feel like. Because I'm quite introverted, I really respect people. Because I've got one friend. She lives in London actually, and she really struggles to spend time alone. She doesn't like it.
I notice those people, and that it's weird, but like, I don't want to use the word weird, but I'm gonna. That's weird to me, Like,
but then I'm the exact opposite. Where I spend too much time alone.
Is there a thing of too much time by yourself?
There is what I do. But I think because I'm so social in this, when I go home, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because your social battery really does drain. And I think, like, when you're an introverted person, you don't realise how much you're actually putting out. Like, even just, like, saying hi to the bus driver is, like, a bit of your social battery just depleted. Do you know what I mean?
I'm that person. I really enjoy going to, like, events and stuff or, like, meetups in, like, another city. But I'll happily get the last bus home or the last train home.
To avoid people.
Like, there have been times where I've been, like, in, like, the city next door for whatever reason. The plan's been to stay over. Oh, do you know what? Like, I've actually like made myself stop drinking after like 2, so I was like, I can drive myself home.
I feel that, man.
Yeah.
And I'm not mad at that either. I love being alone.
What's the last one? This is controversial. Who wrote this? Me and you, right, friend, we're going to have words. Okay. Afrobeats or Bashment?
Bashment. Every day, all day, every day, all day, every day, all day.
I really wish I could say the same.
I'm sick of Afrobeats. Like, don't come for me. No one fucking come for me, but I am sick. And okay, I know what you're going to say. Oh, it was Jamaica for like years, but it's let it be Jamaica again. I'm sick of Afrobeats, bro. I rate what they do, and I like it, but for me, Afrobeats just... And maybe people think that's about Bashment, but Afrobeats all sound the same eventually to me.
Yeah, that's why.
And that's why it just irritates me. So I think, yeah, maybe people think it's Bashment, but I don't know, man. Like, fucking my people, more fire.
Yeah, okay. And I really wish for cultural purposes, I could say Bashment, but I just love Afrobeats.
I just don't like Afrobeats, man, that much. Probably I didn't know who that person was. I don't.
Davido, yeah.
It's just, yeah, nah.
He's like at the top as well, so if you don't
Genuinely. No, I thought Burna Boy was.
Well, like the Burna Boy WizKid, then probably him.
Don't him and Burna Boy beef a little bit?
Why?
They have. I don't know.
Over what?
They don't beef over anything.
Wait, who are you referring to? WizKid or Davido?
Davido. I'm pretty sure that they're always kind of like firing. They're not
firing
beefing,
shots,
but they've kind of they like subliminally talk
like
about each other a lot.
I feel like because
about who's the best and who's this, because I think Davido was around way before Burna Boy.
Yeah, he was.
So he's kind of like
I think because it's not a very like, I mean it is popular, but I think there are a lot of prominent people in it. I think they're both very much like, I want to be like number one at the top. It's like when Nicki Minaj cusses any other female rapper, which I personally think is a bit too much, but I'm not a barb, but I do like her music.
You're like, I'm not a barb. Why are you?
No, I am a supporter and an appreciator of her music. I feel like barbs are just really angry and just really hasty and just...
But who's angry, the barb or the beehive? When it really comes down to it.
I'm part of the beehive.
I did think so, and that's why I said who I, because I knew you was part of the beehive. Don't fuck with me, and it's okay, and I rate it.
No, but like not to the point that like I can accept there are things that she's done that I don't agree with.
No, you couldn't.
No,
she's your queen.
No, 100%. Now, there are some things that she's done. I think no, you really shouldn't have done that.
Okay.
But, I mean, I won't. I don't know if I have Beyonce listeners, but I'm
you
just...
don't want to talk bad about her though. Like, so you don't really say it though, because
that's
it's loyalty to the hive. I love
that's
that.
my mother.
I thought Lana was mother. What do you mean?
That's my black mother.
Yeah. Okay.
Bashment or Afrobeats.
Ooh.
It's not even hard. Why are you making
it really
hard?
is.
No, it's not. It's easy.
You know what? 5 years ago, 6, 7 years ago, it wouldn't have been hard. But now I think they're in my head. They're quite even to me.
Clearly, I must just be like locked away because there's no Bashment that I hear. The only Bashment I hear is from my auntie.
Have you not heard? You should listen to this guy called Byron Messiah.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, he's sick. New guy, and there's Skilly Bang. You must.
I'm like, it's you. You're the problem. It's you because you just aren't looking out.
Silk
like,
Boss,
the drama.
man. There's people out there, but I put them even because I feel like there's a lot of influence from dancehall in Afrobeat.
Exactly.
But it still goes back to the history. It goes both ways again, doesn't it?
Yeah, but as a culture, we
I
all
find myself
we
around more African people, so I probably on a day-to-day would listen to more Afrobeats, but doesn't
makes sense.
Doesn't necessarily mean I like it more, but it's just probably.
So which one do you prefer? Because you haven't really answered.
That's true.
They're even, man. I can't call it.
That's such a rubbish answer.
Sorry.
It's alright.
I can't believe you tried to pretend there's no good Jamaican music that's come out recently. You know Vibes in prison, this man still makes music. Where's the person in Afrobeats that's in prison making tunes?
That always just confuses me, that the fact he's like still...
Because, he's Vice Cartel, he's basically the king of the island, and if he wants to still make tunes for the penitentiary,
he must run that prison.
Must do. And he makes bangers.
He built him a studio, like, in the prison. Like,
do you know what, I was talking to someone the other day, and one thing I use this like as a correlation. You know when J Hus went to prison, and he came out with that album as his as his prison album, as like what he was doing in prison. And then Vice Cartel's been in prison for like 10 years now, and this man drops bangers every single month. I just didn't understand what J Hus was doing, like, to maximise his time in there. Like, I just personally didn't get it, me.
Right, I guess.
But it wasn't like, when he came out and he was like, came in a black one, left in a white one, and like Fisherman, like, that era of J Hus when it was popping. And obviously he went to prison for, I am not sure why. I thought he went to prison because of something about Lucasades, but I think that was not it. That was not why he went to prison.
Wasn't he carrying a knife or something?
Oh, okay.
He got arrested.
Wait, who are you talking about? J Hus or he was carrying a knife.
Oh, okay, well, not about Lucasades, but yeah. So I was like, when he went in, he'd just finished blowing up, hadn't he? Well, he just hit that peak and that was like his summer. Then he's gone into jail, and like, everyone expected him to come with something just really like hard because of what he'd been doing previously. And I just think it kind of fell a little bit flat. Like
I thought Big Conspiracy was a real good album though, man.
Do you think?
Yeah, I like
there was
Big
a lot of
Conspiracy,
progression.
Yeah.
There was a lot of progression. I hear you though. The first tunes were bangers, and like
Spirits
it was a particular summer. I think it was the same summer that like you had like Drake, Controller, One
It was
Dance.
a good summer,
It was
man.
a good summer for music, so I think it was very favourable.
You had like Note CRB check. You had like
yeah, but Big Conspiracy in terms of like musicality was probably above that.
Spirit.
yeah, no, musicality wise, I think
Yeah.
it was. But I think because he
It's just
is
a different time.
because he's been more of a mainstream artist and he's kind of like promote like he lives in that, I don't know, section of like the industry. I just felt like for his fans at least, it's more like it was expected to be more like what they knew, and that. I mean,
What's your opinion on AI? That's the question.
oh, I love AI, but you know I'm a tech guy anyway.
I really love AI. I heard, do you like Scissor?
Yeah.
I heard a Kill Bill version by Kanye.
I bet that was insane.
It was really
I love
good.
Nicki doing this fucking voice changing thing. Like that's some people sound so good on other songs.
Yeah.
They should really make them.
I really enjoy it. To be fair, it's my guilty pleasure.
I think AI is an interesting one. I think that some people are scared of it because they think it's going to take away from the industry. But I just say to that, all you have to do is you just learn. If you learn AI and you learn how to use it, you then learn how to use it with what it is that you want to do, and it just becomes another tool in your arsenal versus you thinking, oh, okay, it's going to steal from me. Don't let it steal from you.
Yeah.
Use it to your advantage instead. And other people are going to do that. And then you're going to see some people that's where the divide, I guess, will come in. Where some people who know what to do with it, they're going to make such sick things. And then for other people, you're going to hear them crying about their loss of jobs because they couldn't get with the times. But that happens every couple of years of everything, doesn't it?
Right, let's move on to Glastonbury.
Yes.
Have you, are you a festival goer?
I used to be. I grew up in Shropshire, so I was like a festival girl. You know?
Okay, slay.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very, very festival.
Do you know what, I really like the idea of Glastonbury, but it's so expensive, and I like holidays, and I don't like camping.
I hate camping.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just not a bit of me at all.
Well, apparently, sorry to cut you, but I don't know how you do camping, but apparently I've been doing it wrong anyway, because I've only camped at festivals, just like in horrible, like, I don't know, like, places. But Luke goes camping with like his buddies, and they fucking take like inflatable mattresses and shit.
That's how you do it as an adult.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how you do it as an adult. I'm not there yet. Well, no, because I used to be like a proper camper, and then I just stopped going after COVID. I just because I like hot showers. I like going home. I like a warm bed.
I feel that.
But I do think Glastonbury looks really, really cool.
Yeah, I think one time, like once in your life, I think Glastonbury's something to do.
And I think it's really good because it caters to everyone.
Yeah.
There's such a wide range. You've got like rap, Afrobeat, pop, rock, a lot of dance music as well. Actually,
definitely.
I was really surprised how much. I don't know if I've become more like in touch, but there was a lot of dance music this year. A lot of dance music.
I feel like I think the dancing is coming back at the EDM scene, and like the DJs are kind of getting their props again now. Like a couple of years ago, there would have been like people in the industry like Chris, like Hannah Wants or like Chris Lorenzo and people like that. And I think that was like popping maybe in like 2000 and I said popping, that was gross. Delete that from my life. That was a thing in like 2013 to 16 maybe, like where the EDM scene was like really, really like hot. Remember when for like a whole summer we just had like Avicii and David Guetta and like
you couldn't escape it, could you?
And Calvin Harris, like all them, man. And I feel like this is happening again. That shift of like music and they're coming back into the forefront, which is good. I mean, give drill a break and let the DJs like have a shine.
Too right.
So
yeah, I mean, I watched like I feel like I kind of like dipped in and dipped out. Who did I really enjoy watching? Let me get my list.
Can I have some of this, please?
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, thank you.
There you go. Honourable mention. Central C. Yeah, what's your thing? I think he's sick. Do you know what? So Central C has just been signed to Columbia,
Okay.
which is massive
No, that's big.
because it's it's very dominated by American artists. Okay. So Beyonce signed there. I think Pink is doing like proper. I think there's been a real uproar with the UK music scene. I'm really impressed with it at the moment. Like we've got like Ray, who's killing it.
Yeah, she
love
is.
her. Central C, Santander, Lewis Capaldi. Like I think the UK's always had like a strong like music scene. But I think we're finally getting very high like international recognition. And I fucking love Central C. What's your deal with her then? So basically, so me and Strings were talking about Central C on the tube, and then she kind of like went, yeah. I was like, you know what? I was like, right, you know, let's leave it and let's talk in another hour. What's good? But Central C, what are you saying?
Oh, do you know what it is, Central C? Do you know what? I don't even know what it is. I don't know what
Does
it
he
is.
give you the ick?
Yeah, he does. He looks like, no, because you don't have to talk about his looks. He looks like nothing. He looks like Central C. But he just gives me the ick, yeah, and like, he just reminds me of... no, because I'm going to get cancelled. Let me start again. He just gives me the ick. I just don't know what it is about him. I don't like his music. The only song that I liked with him was the one that Dave did, and that's because I love Dave. And I know that that's why I like the song, because I love Dave, and he's in that song. But I think, with the last song they made, what they called, like, Sprinter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was the first time, though, that I felt like Central C had decent lyrics. Like, and that's not even to me to throw shade or to be rude, but I'm not, as we all know, like, if you look on social media and things, like, I'll always, like, once in a blue moon let you know how I feel about drill. And drill is not my favourite type of music. Not because I can't appreciate how talented the rappers are that can do it, because that's never the question, whether you're talented or not. But the message that you're saying, and are the lyrics good lyrics?
Yeah, valid, but it's not, obviously, it's not the case.
You just fancy Central C, and so, from there, everything this man does, you're going to say, yeah. Like, no, tell me what it is.
I feel like, though, like, that isn't the case for all drill artists. I just think there's enough of it to be noticed.
No, I agree, but like I was saying to you earlier, when Dave does drill, it's a completely different type of drill, because the lyrics that he uses are still conscious. Like, when...
Is the camera, like... Sorry, because I've just moved with the chair.
Yeah, it's still okay.
Okay, cool. Sorry, carry on.
No, it's okay. But yeah, so when Dave does drill, obviously his lyrics they have more of a substance to them, and I think, but maybe it's my personal preference. Yeah. Because I write lyrics, and when I listen to music, most people listen to music, I've noticed, for a beat. I don't listen to music for a beat. I listen to music for how it makes me feel by what they've said. Yeah, so I'm a lyric-based person, and I think drill is never going to find the lyrics that make me feel like anything other than chefing up someone's nan. Do you know what I mean?
I think also, like, Gen Z is quite in touch with that, because I think if you listen to some songs that were released in like 2014, the beat's pretty good, but the lyrics are minimal. Pretty bland. Yeah. Okay, well, I like Central C.
He's not a bad artist, and I'm happy that he's like putting Buke on the map and doing things like that. And like I said, like
this is it.
It's a preference type of thing, but yeah.
And if obviously Central C watches this and he decides to take a turn, text me. So yeah, I'll come on the show.
Yeah, come on the show.
Yeah. I didn't actually watch that many people, to be honest. I only watched the ones that were raved about, really. I think Ray, did you see Ray's?
Yeah, you see the part where she broke down, and I thought that was like really powerful, just because she sung that song at Ice Cream Man, wasn't it?
Yeah. So that's sexual assault, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I think Ray's I'm a bit my opinion on Ray. So I think Ray's great. She's very talented, and I think it's great she's got all this recognition because she's an independent artist.
Yes.
However, she needed to be signed in the first place to have this recognition.
Yeah, I actually agree.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it was never, because Ray is probably, I would say at the moment, probably the biggest, one of the biggest, probably in the top. She's one of the biggest female artists in the UK currently.
Currently, yeah.
Currently, I would say. I think she's got longevity. I think she's going to do very well for a long time. Because all these, because she's doing, her tours are pretty insane. I think, fucking hell, because she's paying for all of it. So quite clearly she's making that money for escapism.
That is true.
Which I love for her. And I really like that we're having this conversation with artists about advocating to go independent, to not be signed, to not be trapped into labels we don't agree with. However, if Ray hadn't have been in that label, she wouldn't have been on those big songs with Jack Jones, etc. Therefore, she wouldn't have got the recognition to be what she is today. Because obviously, she broke up with the label because I think the issue was they weren't letting her release an album.
Yeah, they wouldn't let her
after so many years. And then she released Escapism, which was obviously about it. But then would Escapism have done as well if Ray had always been independent? I don't think so, but I could be wrong. I love Ray. I really like Ray.
I think I have to agree with you, just because even then, I think as an artist, like, so me, I've never been signed, so I don't know what it looks like on the other side of the table. I don't know the information that Ray knew after getting out the contract that allowed her to be an independent that still knows how to market. Marketing and being an artist are two different things. Yeah. And I think Ray knew how to market herself.
And also, like, I think also with this industry, it can be quite classist. Because obviously, Ray would have made, I think I've watched a lot of interviews with her, and she says about how, like, because it's awful how much money they take from you.
Yeah, basically all of it.
But even still, she probably would have had more income than a lot of independent artists, right? So I think even that would have been used for her, like her PR, her marketing.
100%. I think that she started off in a better position to go independent if she started independent.
But I do really wish that she shouldn't have had to have gone through the struggle to have got to where she is now. I wouldn't have wished that on anyone.
100%. They were stunting her creativity essentially, and I guess like when you're a person who lives and breathes this, I can't imagine someone telling me I can't release music for like 7 years. That's fucking ridiculous. But when you're contracted, it's really serious, and these men know how to play the game, so you can't really get techie in court with them because you'll never win. So there's really no point. But I'm happy she was able to do it. But on the flip side, and this might be controversial, but you know, because she got 070 Shake and that's the feature artist on the song,
yeah,
and obviously just kept penning from there. Don't forget that 070 signed to Kanye's label, and so from there, did they not have help or PR things? Because I'm pretty sure that if 070's on a song, then her team are going to make sure the song still performs and does well.
Yeah.
So then, was it a fully independent mission? It couldn't be to even have 070 on the track, so I feel like she's still got so many connections.
They would have had to have got approval from the label, but even still, yeah.
So she already had enough connections to have made Escapism sick. And don't get me wrong, the track itself is sick anyway. But
also have got the feature, yeah.
I've got a point as well. Sorry.
Go on.
070 is not actually that big in the UK. Well, not before that tune, because I actually went to see her. Very random.
I love her though. I think she's a sick artist.
I never heard of her.
I love her song.
The week I went to the gig.
Yeah, great song.
And the gig was at the O2 Brixton, which if you guys are
it's closed now, isn't it?
Is that what this?
Oh no, it wasn't O2. No, it wasn't O2. But it was one of the gig venues in Brixton, but not. But it wasn't. It's not what I'm saying. It's not a big venue. It was probably about 3, 4, 5 months before that record came out.
Oh, okay, so
and it's not a huge venue. I reckon there was probably maybe like 1,000 to 2,000 people in that venue. So. Yeah, I don't know.
Big up her though, to be fair.
Yeah, no, I love what's on the show, but you know what? I think it's the UK. The UK are very, very clicky with music, and they like what they like, and they don't want to embrace other things. Which is why, shout out to myself, I think I don't necessarily always work here for people because I'm not what they want to hear. If I did rap or I did hip hop in a traditional way.
I've also noticed how like the UK is very late at hopping on bandwagons. So there's a lot of UK artists that have jumped to the US and they've done really well. And then
the UK is like, no, they're ours. Come back.
LMA, James Arthur.
LMA never came back, and fucking good for her. Like, don't come back, bitch. The UK is salty place. It's barren lands.
James Arthur.
Oh yeah, he never came back either, did he?
I don't know, but he's massive in the US. Dua Lipa.
Yeah, Dua Lipa.
I mean, she's massive
everywhere.
Everywhere. Again, I think the US gave her the energy first. Like, yeah, the UK is just
we're really hard to please.
We are.
And the problem I think we also have is we're such a, you know, that like concept of the UK, like where they did like a social experiment a couple of years ago. People just stand in a line, like they had like 20 people standing in a line, and then other British people just started joining onto that line. And that's the mentality we have. We have that sheep mentality, so we have to wait. So if me and you like something, then we need to get at least 5 more people to also like that with us, and then maybe other people will start liking it too. Like, it's a weird thing. Like,
it's how an algorithm works, really.
Yeah, but I can't just like something and
because
then
other people like it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so weird. You know what I mean? Like, okay, like even like I find myself doing it on TikTok sometimes. I think most people do it, and I think everyone get out of this mind frame. If you like something, just like it and support that person. Why do we have to wait until it's got 10,000 likes and then we say, "Oh, that's a good video"? It might have just been a good video. You might just liked it anyway. Do you know what I mean?
As an international TikTok star,
yes.
I can understand. I'm just annoying. Yeah,
no, you're actually really you're doing good on TikTok. If no one's like being seen Jord on TikTok, yeah, like fucking go over there. It's really
I'm gonna
good.
like make a box with my profile, and you can like
plug it. Like,
and see what's good. I want to leave till last. Also, I love Lil Nas so much. I think Lil Nas X is the black queer figure I needed as a kid. Yeah. He's just so authentic and so unapologetic, and he's a very good performer. A very good performer. Yeah. I think he's incredible, and I'm here for him 100%. And I mean, if he wants to chat to me, that's fine. Like,
his skin is beautiful.
Yeah, but he's minted there. Can you imagine his dermatologist?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Like, it's, you know, it's silky smooth.
Yeah, I'm jealous of his boyfriend.
Oh, he's got a boyfriend. Who's his boyfriend?
Not a clue, but
you just see him. Yeah, like
I'd be surprised if he was single. But his performance was really good, really fun.
I really liked his performance as well. Oh my god, this is like so like random as hell, and like obviously if you don't think so, that is fair enough. No one else thinks so. But when the dancers were coming out in the beginning, and they were like, all wearing the headpieces.
Yeah.
They're coming they're all wearing white, aren't they? They're coming out.
Yes.
There was 2 dancers, and I had to pause the video and rewind because for a minute, and this is going to sound stupid even saying it out loud, I thought that they were Fizz and Bug from B2K because they looked so spit. Do I have to get you a picture? Like, do you know what they look like or no?
Yeah.
Okay. But I absolutely, and now I need to go back and watch that and tell me that there are 2 dancers in this line that don't look like.
I know what the dancers look like. Show me the beat.
There was one with a lighter complexion, one with a darker complexion. They were both like really, really like handsome in the face. They looked like the B2K members, and I was like, "Am I tripping, or have they just started dancing for Little Nas X?" And I was like, "Obviously not." Sorry, I'm a little bit slow in here.
That's alright. Do you see what I mean about it being slightly cold in here?
Yeah.
I feel like it was warm last time. There must be a temp thing, surely. Alright, I'll figure out next week. Alright, let's see.
We're gonna need to show them.
Can you not just...
So those 2, so Fizz and Bug.
Which one's... Oh, right. Amariam.
Not Amarion.
No, I know.
Oh, sorry. But yeah.
Yeah, okay, I know what you mean.
There was 2 dancers, man, like, and when they had the headdresses on, I was like, wait, is it you 2? Then I was like, obviously it's not them 2, but then at the same time, I was like...
Probably did it on purpose.
You really look alike, though.
Yeah.
Like, and that's not even me being funny now, like, that's just, like, genuinely, I was like, oh, shit. Like, yeah.
Have you got, is there any other mentions?
Yeah, do you know what, my honourable mention is Hosier's performance.
Didn't watch it.
Oh, but you watched Central C. No. Do you know what I see? Did you watch H as well? Like, no, I'm not going to get into it. But
That's so good.
no, so Hosier's performance was actually really, really good. Like, I don't know if you like Hosier as like a...
I appreciate him.
Yeah, he's a very, very talented man. Like,
I really enjoy the acoustic version of Take Me to Church.
yeah, definitely. He's got another song called, I think it's called Work Song. If you haven't heard it, I'd say listen to that. But after Take Me to Church, that is the next song I think that you can get into with Hosier and really appreciate him as an artist and like see like his versatility. And he writes lyrics insane. Like, I can only dream of writing lyrics the way this man writes lyrics. Like, honestly, it'll have me sobbing in a corner. Like, he's so passionate and emotional. I think even for me, like as a queer person who predominantly will only date women, he makes me...
Is Hosier queer?
No, so I was just going
Oh, okay, right.
But yeah, even like me, so like he makes me look at men differently because one thing that I feel like with me, like even being queer, like as I know that I mentally connect with women much more, and I feel like for men they can't mentally connect with me on that level. But I feel like I could talk to this guy and he would get it, and he would be there for me. Like, I don't know.
Kind of links the whole debate that like sexuality is a spectrum as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a really passionate and sensitive guy, man. That's what I need from like people sometimes. Like, not even just men, I need it from everybody. I'm like, show passion, show who you really are, and like just mean it. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna go home now on the
train. Do watch it? It's really good. If nothing else, just catch Work Song because that live was insane. So yeah, shout out to Hosier. He's on the Woodsley stage. Oh, and Pale Waves because I love Heather. Heather, if you're watching this, I love you. Yeah, I love Heather.
Big up Heather. So, Mike, do you have any mentions, Chris, before we finish?
So
Glastonbury.
You know, I didn't take in a single thing.
Did you not? Are you anti-Glasto?
No, I would go, but I just don't. Like, I don't know. I don't
it's
watch,
quite time consuming because there's so many.
A lot of content anyway.
Yeah.
So like, I wasn't really one of those people catching up with it. I happened to be at home when last year's Glastonbury, and I ended up watching more of it on TV because I have, you know, like you go to your parents' house, the TV is just always on for some reason. Always.
Yes.
So I watched a lot, but this year I wasn't.
It's always a really dead channel as well. I find.
Like Channel 4.
Yeah.
Like
ITV.
My mum likes the
Saturday
home
night.
programmes, isn't it?
Like Home Improvement and Home Under Hannah.
Place in the Sun and all of that.
Yeah.
I do like Place
I
in
can
the
buy
Sun.
that because fucking Come Die With Me, it can always get. I watch it on Netflix. That's how deep it's gotten for my life. I'll watch.
Netflix.
Yeah, it actually is.
I'm
All the
changing their
seasons.
answers. Netflix is better than
Well, like up to date.
Like all of them are just on there, and like I just
nice.
watch it at dinner time, like with my dinner. Cause like when I was young, and with my sister, like we used to have to wait for our dinner to be with us, and then we press play on Come Die With Me, so it felt like we was fucking part of like that. Don't want to talk about it, whatever.
I love that.
Carry on.
My honourable. I can't speak today. Honorary.
I like how you speak.
Is it? Thank you. Is it honorary? My honorary mention. Honourable mention.
Honourable.
My honourable mention is my mother, Miss Lana Del Rey. I would die for her. I think she is the moment. Do you know what though? I don't think people actually appreciate how famous she is.
They don't appreciate her in general, and I'm like, how not? Like, they don't. She's underground famous, isn't she? In a way, if that does that make any sense? Like, she's not Beyonce, but she also has sold as many on some of her songs, or like had as many streams as Beyonce at certain points in her life. But she's not recognised the same way, and I think it's because her music is more obscure.
Yeah, I think she was definitely catering to like depressed queers.
Why are you calling me out?
I was talking about myself as 14. I remember thinking, Jesus, this is, I can like sense my daddy issues coming
Bro,
in
this
already.
is still me. Like,
But with regards to her performance, because I think it was really annoying because you couldn't watch it because obviously she started half an hour late, so I think it probably just looked so messy they just weren't going to show it, which is completely fair. So from what I've seen, it looks really, really good.
Yeah.
But I just feel like we have to appreciate, like, it's not Glastonbury's fault that Lana's set was cut early. It's Lana's.
I appreciate it.
Because they have a curfew.
Who said it was Glastonbury's fault?
A lot of people.
Obviously not.
Have you not seen the videos where like, they're booing at the crew when the power gets turned off?
No.
And Lana's like, if they cut power, we cut power.
No! Why have I missed this one in the lineup?
I'll show it to you after. But basically, like, a lot of people are getting really funny because they have to cut the power, but like,
They're on a schedule.
They have a license and they will get charged a lot of money. Because apparently, like, she was half an hour late because she was doing her hair.
Yeah, but she was still doing it on stage, so I was like, Lana, make up your mind.
Just
Was
tie your
done or
hair
was it
up.
not done?
Just tie your hair up, man.
You look good in anything. Like, why are you doing all of this? Like, I don't know, man. I get why Glastonbury had to cut it, though. Because, I mean, like, if you were the person who owns Glastonbury, you're, like, the stage manager, production manager. For months, even probably, like, since last year, you've started getting all your artists and all their set lists in time to make sure that you've got enough time in between this artist getting off, you fixing all the stage up, and the next one on. So, realistically, she's also part of the industry. She knows how it works, so she shouldn't have done that out of respect for other people, but also she's Lana Del Rey.
She can
do what she wants. I don't care what she does. But if I'm being logical, then yeah. But at the same time, it's Lana. Let her live her life.
What's your own favourite Lana song?
I don't even know if don't do that to me.
Okay.
What's your favourite Lana song? Because they're all so great.
So it varies.
Did it change your mood or?
Yeah. At the moment, it's Cinnamon Girl.
I fucking love Cinnamon Girl.
I love
Cinnamon Girl, Walk Colour Eyes, Venice Bitch, Norman fucking Rockwell, like...
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you watch the videos at the end when they start singing video games?
Yeah, and that was really, really nice.
So powerful. I thought, how did you get it so in sync? Do you know what I mean?
It's the power of Lana Del Rey. What do you mean? It's magic. Like, she is magic. Do you know what? I saw Lana in her peak. In the peak time when she was all over Tumblr, when Ride had just, like, not long come out. Probably and she was doing her Born to Die tour.
Probably cheaper tickets as well.
Yeah, I think the tickets were... Well, my friend didn't want to go anymore, so he sold me 2 tickets for £60. But they were like £60 each at the time.
Literally, but even still, £60 isn't that bad, really.
Not now. Do you know what? I saw somebody else as well. They wanted to go and see Blink-182. No, Blink-182. I want to go and see Blink-182. That's what's in my brain.
Yeah.
They went to go and see Bring the Horizon, even. And I got back on my ticket from 2013. And when I went to go and see them, they were £17.50. They're £77 now. And I'm just like...
How have they gone for... Oh, that's quite...
That is quite a big... It's extortionate at the minute with like
inflation for tickets has gone up like dramatically. It's so extortionate.
But at the same time, obviously, artists need to make the money back because everything's expensive.
Yeah, and streaming like doesn't do anything, so you have to make money somehow.
It's a hard one to play because as an artist, you don't want to like make your fans like have to pay for you. Like I can't I love Beyonce, yeah, but I would never go and pay for her like that. Like I remember like when her tickets first came out and people, wait, did you go and see her? Was it good though? Was it worth £300?
I didn't pay £300.
Oh, okay, good then. I'm happy that you didn't.
I paid 110, 108.
That's not even that bad in the grand scheme of things, though, because like people are paying like upwards of like £350.
My friend paid over £300, and he knows 2 albums.
Why did he go?
I don't know. He's also paid $220 to see Lana next weekend, but he loves Lana, so that makes a bit more sense. But no, I just think she's a god. Like, she could, like, smack me and I'd be apologising.
Me too, like, do it again. You know my first tattoo when I was 16, because you can get tattoos at 16 in the UK. No, you can't.
Parental permission, isn't it?
No, you actually can't.
Oh, you actually can't?
No, I had a fake ID, but I definitely didn't look like who that person was.
They don't care though, do they?
No, because we're both just brown, like, let's be realistic, and I guess I fit the quota, mate. So that's what, sorry. So that's what it was, genuinely. But my first tattoo on my ribs, which the guy told me that I sat like a champion. He said that grown men cry at their ribs, and I passed out instead. So... You know.
What was the tattoo?
Lana Del Rey, Gods and Monsters, the opening lyrics. First tattoo ever.
Song.
Yeah, I was recommitted, you know. It's quite big.
I'd love a video games one.
What lyrics would you have?
It's you, it's all for you. Everything you do, I tell you all the time. Heaven is a place on earth with you. Nothing. Tell me all the things you wanna do. I heard that you like the bad girls, honey. Is that true? It's better than you ever even knew. They say that the world was built for 2. Only worth living. This is going to sound so bad.
Somebody
Is loving
Do you want me to do a separate mix just for this
And
part?
then-
Put a bit of reverb on it and that.
Can you cut this can you cut this part out and just send this to me? Like, if you don't use it, I want that for my like personal
I know I'll
record.
use it. I'll like put it on like TikTok. No, but I feel like I'm really as an alternative artist, I'm really like and as someone who's like loved this since like Born to Die, I'm really like happy to see her progression, her growth.
Me too.
And as even like her performance ability, because do you remember the SNL performance?
I thought she did great. Don't ever speak.
You're mad.
Don't ever
You're
talk
mad.
about that
It's
performance.
so bad.
No, it's not
so
bad. Do you know what it was? Lana was just nervous, yeah, and I'd be nervous too because all these people don't even know about her yet at this point. They can't appreciate the beauty that she's about to bestow on them, and that's exactly what happened. They couldn't appreciate it, and then everyone booed her,
Really
and
bad.
fuck them people. It wasn't that bad.
It is.
She has done. I don't want to say worse.
Is.
But she has done some questionable, and that one was not for my opinion, not the worst.
She is a very good performer, though. She's progressed a lot. Like you can tell, like she looks very comfortable on stage. I just really wish that she had been early to her set, so we
all could have seen it like properly. But I still love her though.
Here I am sending strings like 8 like separate TikToks last night.
Yeah. And I just went through and I was like, oh, I love her so much. Just fucking, I don't know. She's really good though. I like Lana Del Rey a hell of a lot. She's like the one person that I think if I had to stand for anybody, I might stand for Lana. I don't stand for anyone. I'd never considered it because I don't really pick favourites. But when I think about it like that, Lana is my most earliest consistent female artist I've listened to, if that counts as being my favourite.
I guess so.
And I do have a tattoo dedicated to her music, so yeah, maybe.
I prefer to Beyonce.
Yeah, okay, yeah, me too, yeah. I think she's my favourite singer. I never even thought about it, but yeah, you've pushed me into it. Yeah, she's my favourite, fuck it. Lana Del Rey for life. Nah, I love her though.
That's going to be like the cover title. Big up Lana Del Rey. Time me out. 5 o'clock.
Perfect.
Right, thank you very much. Big up you to come from Bran. Thank you. I really appreciate you a lot.
No, I appreciate you. You're genuinely you're just such a nice person, yeah. And like, that's just for me to you. Like,
Correct.
you're a real guy, and
Correct.
I can't really fault you.
Correct.
Do you know what I mean? And you've got amazing eyebrows. I don't know if anyone really looks at you.
Oh no, do you know what? I'm trying to like embrace like natural hair currently.
Yeah.
Hence why. But this is like. This needs to go.
No, I'm actually so jealous of your eyebrows. Like, someone say I've got okay eyebrows.
All girls say that. You've got nice eyebrows.
Oh, thank you.
I'd rather have yours because they're thinner.
No, I want yours. They're thicker.
So you always want what you can't have.
Grass
right?
always greener in it.
Yeah.
But no, you're a great guy, Jordan. Thank you for having me on. And
you're right.
Hopefully you'll have me again next year.
You are correct. Yeah, you are correct. Yeah.
Hey. No, yeah.
Okay, right. I'm gonna what are we going for? Do you have any? English isn't Englishing today. Do you have any nice food spots in mind?
Nothing in mind, my man.
Okay. Just anything with like.
I'm not from LDN, so
right, everyone.
There's a Nando's literally just around the corner.
Oh no,
that's what we went after.
No. I've had
Side note: before we stopped, you didn't need any more. You didn't need any introduction, or you're good.
I don't really do introductions. Right, everybody, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and review. There's bare man of you. I actually can't speak. There's a lot of you watching, so please just review the show. Do you know what I mean? It helps me. It helps my team. It makes everyone very happy.
Very happy.
If you've made it this far, to be fair, the finish rate's like 30%, so which is actually pretty good. Actually, what am I on about?
That is actually really good. Like fucking shout out to you people. Keep doing that.
To you. But yeah, please like, share, comment, and subscribe and review. It actually helps a lot more than you'd think. What are your socials, please, Miss?
My social medias are all at Spaced Cargate, not Spaced Cage. Everyone thinks Spaced Cage. But it's Spaced Cargate, Spaced SPACEDKAGE.
Right.
But it's because if you know Naruto, which most of you probably don't know, but you should know because fucking yeah. There's a person called the Hokage, and the Hokage is basically the leader of the village. And Naruto saved my life when I was 15, but I'll get into that another day. And either way, it's Spaced Cargate. Catch me there. And listen to my music.
Right, so I will see you not next week because I'm gonna be lazy and just
You deserve it.
I'll see you soon.
Bye.
I'm not gonna look at the camera. Cool. We could go to Nando's, to be fair.
I'm easy. I'm just trying to think where does everybody need to go to?